The Ligue de la patrie française was a French nationalist and anti-Dreyfus organization. It was officially founded in 1899, and brought together leading right-wing artists, scientists and intellectuals. The League fielded candidates in the 1902 national elections, but was relatively unsuccessful. After this it gradually became dormant. The bulletin ceased publication in 1909. History. Origins. The League originated with three young academics, Louis Dorset, Gabriel Sivetin and Henry Bourgeois, who wanted to show that Dreyfusism was not accepted by all at the university. They were opposed to the League for the Rights of Man, and wanted to show that not all intellectuals supported the left, and the cause of the homeland was as valid as the cause of Dreyfus and the lay republic. After an initial meeting on the 25th of October 1898 in Paris, a section was quickly opened in Lille. They launched a petition that attacked Zola and what many saw as an internationalist, pacifist, left-wing conspiracy. In November 1898 the petition gained signatures in the Parisian schools, and was soon circulated throughout political, intellectual and artistic circles in Paris. Charles Maurras gained the interest of the writer Maurice Barrès, and the movement gained the support of three eminent personalities: the geographer Marcel Dubois, the poet François Coppée, and the critic in literature Professor Jules Lemaitre. Barrès would provide the inspiration while Lemaitre looked after the organization. Charles Danielou had been present at the last meeting between Émile Zola and François Coppée during the Dreyfus affair. Zola had decided to publish his J'accuse, in which he proclaimed that Dreyfus was innocent despite pleas by Coppée. Danielou sided with Coppée and helped found the League in December 1898. The final decision to create the League was made on the 31st of December 1898. Active period. The Ligue de la patrie française was established on the 4th of January 1899 with Jules Lemaitre as its nominal leader. Lemaitre held the organizational meeting on the 19th of January 1899. Maurice Barrès was in practice the intellectual leader. The League was aligned with the Académie Française, the army, the church, the aristocracy and the wealthy classes. It brought together a large number of anti-Dreyfusid intellectuals to show that the great names of letters and science did not support revision of the verdict of the Dreyfus trial. This conservative group had prestige comparable to that of the signatories of the Manifeste des Intellectuals launched by Georges Clemenceau. Many well-known members of the Académie signed on, including Elia Couteau and Daudet, Gipp, Albert Sorel and Jules Verne. The painters Edgar Degas and Pierre-Auguste Renoir supported the movement. About 30,000 members joined in the first month. Workers, artisans and employees represented at most 4% of the membership, while members of the literary, artistic, legal and medical professions made up almost 70%. The League did not at first take an anti-Semitic position, although Lemaitre claimed at the January organizational meeting that for the past 20 years Jews, Protestants and Freemasons had conspired to run France. The League refused to engage in a resolute defense of the Church. The League was interested in restoring order, but not in establishing an authoritarian regime. Unlike the Ligue des Patriotes and other populist leagues, with Lemaitre as president, the Ligue de la patrie française rejected violence and avoided abusive language, and thus was more acceptable to the middle classes. By February 1899 the League claimed 40,000 members. However, despite being well-funded and represented throughout France, the organization was weak. The League was divided between Republican moderates like Ferdinand Brunetière, who just wanted to end the disruption caused by the Dreyfus affair, and anti-Semitic nationalists like Bars, who wanted an excuse to overthrow the Republic. François Coppetti had Bonapartist leanings and was in favor of a coup. In 1899, Maurice Pouillot and Henry Bourgeois left the League and established a new movement, Action Française, and a new journal, Revue de l'Action Française. Charles Maurras soon joined the Action Française, whose leaders criticized the timid nature of the League and its lack of clear objectives. The Revue de l'Action Française expressed more radical views, and was anti-republican. Maurras thought the Bourbon monarchy should be restored, using violence if needed. The League had some success in the Paris municipal elections on 1900, but soon began to fall apart. Anti-Dreyfusism proved not to be a sufficiently strong cause to hold together members who had radically different opinions on other subjects. The League's candidates in the 1902 legislative elections did poorly outside of Paris. Most of the League's activists abandoned it in favor of Albert Gauthier de Clagny's Républicains plébiscitaires et Jules Méline's Fédération républicaine. The League's treasurer Gabriel Siveton was elected deputy for the Seine in 1902. A meeting organized on 7 March 1903 in Lille by the Ligue and the Ligue des Patriotes was able to draw 5,000 people, including students, young Catholics, clerics and reactionary notables. However, the movement went into rapid decline after being defeated in the 1904 municipal elections. Later years, General Louis André, the militantly anti-clerical war minister from 1900 to 1904, used reports by Freemasons to build a huge card index on public officials that detailed those who were Catholic and attended Mass, with a view to preventing the promotions. In 1904, Jean Bigane, Assistant Secretary of Grand Orient de France, sold a selection of the files to Gabriel Siveton for 40,000 francs. In November 1904, Siveton gained notoriety when he insulted General André in the Assembly over the files. Siveton died on 9 December 1904, the day before he was due to appear before the Court of Assizes, accused of misappropriation of funds. The nationalists claimed that he had not committed suicide but had been assassinated by the Masons. The affair des Fiches scandal led directly to the resignation of Prime Minister Émile Combes. After Lemaitre left the League, Louis Dorset assumed the presidency. He in turn resigned in 1905. The Bulletin officiel de la Ligue de la patrie française appears to have ceased publication in 1909. Executive. The executive of the League included members. The first members of the League also included publications,